The best watch you can get for $20? Yeah, $20. So if you watch my videos, you know I try to find good stuff for just a little bit of money, and this is no different. And this is going to be a little bit different review. So I actually picked up this watch for $20, and this is actually called the Watch1, and it's by Soundpeats. I'll have a link in the description so you can check it out. It comes in this really nice, almost like Apple type box. It's $19.99 on Amazon right now. So what I wanted to do a little bit differently with this review is I'm not going to get into like hyper details or anything like that. I'm just going to show you why I picked it up. I've been looking for a smartwatch. You know, I was thinking about an Apple Watch. You know, is this something that's going to, you know, be as good as an Apple Watch? And of course, the answer is no for $20. But the way, if I was going to buy an Apple Watch, the way I would use it is I would just really want to measure certain aspects of it. And it's going to be basically my steps, maybe my heartbeat, you know, maybe some incoming messages. I could see if like I got a text message or something. You know, maybe it would track me when I walked and stuff like that. Maybe I have a couple different watch designs I can put on there just so it looks a little bit different. So that's all I wanted. And then on top of it, I wanted a screen that doesn't look like it's made, you know, from in the 1970s, that, you know, if you're wearing it, it actually does look like an Apple Watch. And this actually meets the bill. So for $20, again, you got to take a step back. You're not, you know, people are going to be like, oh, what does it have? Does it have this? Does it have it? No. I mean, it has what I just mentioned. And I'm going to go through a review. I'll show you all the different screens and everything. But this is the best watch you can get. The best looking watch, the best screen on a watch, the clearest screen on a watch. And so far, I mean, I've only had it for a few days, but so far, the best functioning watch. It's got good battery life. Again, when you're spending $20, you know, you really want to just take a step back and say, what am I going to get? You can't expect everything. And for $20, this is a steal. All right, setting this up was the only hard part, and I don't even know how I did it, to tell you the truth. It was very confusing. The directions didn't make a lot of sense, but you have to download an app, number one. There's a link where it says, log into your account, but you don't have one. So there's a small link that says set up an account. It sends you like a 5 or 6 digit code, and then you put that into the app, and then it sets up, and it just basically links to your watch right away. So with that said, that was the most difficult part of this, and I'm not going to go through all the details. So you're going to have to, definitely look that up online or something, but that's the part that was really, if this gets any bad reviews, it's because of that. The setup process is kind of a pain. You have to be a little technical, but once you get it set up, boy, does it work good. All right, I'm going to show you some real pictures of this watch and the screen and all the apps and everything, but just really quickly, here it is on Amazon. You can see it here. It's $19.99. It's got 799 ratings, and that's all, it looks like it comes in at about 4.5, 4.6 stars. Soundpeats right here. So the functionality of this watch, just really quickly, it does come in a lot of different colors. I had that up earlier. You can see that. But the functionality of this watch is it's got some basic functions, and I'm just going to go through these really quickly, then I'll show you the real screens and everything else. It's got 12 sports modes connected to GPS, so it can track you if you're running or walking. It's got a heart rate monitor, sleep quality tracker. I'm not sure how well that works. Silent alarm. Down here it's got call message, just reminds you of messages, and you can set it up with a lot of different apps. It says it's IP68 waterproof. I don't know if I want to test that completely yet. 10 days adjustable brightness on the actual screen. I'm getting I'd probably say about 5 days it seems like I'm going to get out of it. Down here, it controls your music on your phone. It does have to link up to your phone. It does have breathe training, and then a stopwatch, basic stopwatch functionality. So you can see it's got a lot of different functions, and here it is, obviously the same thing here. So it does count calories as well if you're interested in that. So not sure how accurate that is. Here's a look at the box. Again, it's a really high material box for $20, and then there's the watch on the right-hand side. And it comes with instructions, a really thick book, but it's in different languages. And then there's the watch again on the right-hand side. It does look really sleek. You can see it here. Just for the money, even the band's pretty high quality. We'll show you in a second. As far as the charger, it has like a MagSafe type charger. You can see it magnetically connects to the back there, which is really nice. It only comes with the cable, so you do not get the charging base right there. So you have to supply that yourself, maybe from another phone or something. It's USB type A there. The actual band itself is really high quality rubber. I mean, it feels like that band would be $20, $30 by itself, so I can't complain there, even if the watch is that cheap. And actually, here's another look at the band, and even the buckle's metal on this. So again, I would spend $20 on the band alone. Here's a look at the watch, and you can see it here. This looks a little grayer than the actual color. I'll show you in a second. This might just be the lighting, but it is a nice, sleek watch. On the back, it does have the little sensors that will take your heartbeats per minute, and it seems to be very accurate. I've tested it against some other things, and it seems very accurate, actually. So that's actually what that part does on the back. The actual profile of the watch too is very sleek. It's slim. I don't like the watches that sit really high up. You can see a picture here how slim that is. It actually sits on the wrist really well, and I'll show you here in a second what that looks like. Here it is, so it does look like a high quality, you know, no one would know this is a $20 watch. You can see it here. Now the only thing I gotta say is the face, you can see a little square in the face. In real life, here's a picture of it just on my desk, but in real life, that little picture, it doesn't look as, you know, you can't see that square. See here how it looks more black on the face? That's the way it actually looks when I look at it. You can't really see that. I think the camera's doing that. Here's another picture of it, so that's how I see it. So that looks almost just like an Apple Watch. You don't see that kind of little screen there. Here's another, you know, side profile of the watch if you want to take a look at it, just how sleek and nice it looks. That button there is what actually controls the whole watch there. So you click on that button. The watch actually connects to your smartphone, which we'll get into in a second. But I want to show you some of the functionality of the watch here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And as you can see, I'm just going through really quickly. I'm going to go through these slower. All right, so I actually like this watch face the best. It has all of your data in here, like steps and heart rate and the temperature. But basically, this is the first one you can see here, and it's actually pretty good. So it has all the different things you need on it. The second screen is going to be a little bit more in depth. The third screen here is your heart rate, so it's going to show you your heart rate beats per minute. And if you keep going, it's got a sleep sensor, which tells you how well you've slept. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Then it has the weather, which is a super nice feature. It shows you like days in the future and everything else. And then it actually has a take a break, which actually helps you just breathe. It's one of those crazy apps. And here's the watch face though. Here's the actual settings. You have a watch face, brightness, and about. So very, very basic. There's not much to it. Here's the brightness. You can see you can change it to low to high. And then here's another settings here. If you click on this, I'm going to show you. So once you get in here, you can click on this button here, and we're going to show you the different watch faces that come with this. So here you go. So this is the one I like. It's got all the different data. You have a basic blue watch, which I'll show you in a second. Looks almost like just a normal watch. You have another one that's a little bit more modern, and then basically you have one here that looks more of a sporty watch. So you have different faces, which is nice for the money, and then you have this one, which is kind of the standard. So, but I do like the one that I showed you before, this one right here. But all of them look good. If you can look in here, like here's the one that looks just like a normal watch, so it looks really good. Now the app that it connects to, here it is. So you get basically the home screen on here. This will show you the steps that you've made today, your heart rate. So anything you have recorded, like your sleep, it's all on this one screen. If you can drill down into it here, and you can see that it tracks your daily, monthly, yearly steps and everything. Really nice. It does have a heart meter screen here as well, so you can track how many beats per minute your heart is going and everything else. So that's really nice to have, just as an added bonus. It tells you like what your resting heart rate is and stuff. Then it has, when you walk around, it does track you, so it has a map and it shows you where you've walked and how many steps. And then it has this is your sleep meter. I have not used that yet. Inside of here is your settings. You have do not disturb, call reminders. You can set it up with different apps. It has a reminder to get up and walk. Then it has just universal settings and firmware. Here's a lot of the apps you can connect to, like YouTube and Messenger and Gmail and everything else. You just get notified. You can't actually get into them through the watch, but you get notified. Then you have things like on-screen time, system time, device language, so everything like that. And then a couple little extra things is raise hand to activate display, which is pretty common on these type of watches. You also have a meter to tell you if you're not moving enough. It'll actually let you know. And then finally, here is a call reminder, which is actually going to just beep if you get a call or something on your phone. And that's about it. I mean, there's target steps and stuff, but overall, it's a really, really great interface. All right, so at the end of the day, this watch I love for the money. You can get different colors, as you can see behind me. You can get whatever you want on it. $19.99. It is supposedly waterproof and everything else. It does, it obviously has the time just like any other watch. But you can do your steps, you can do your heart rate, you can do stuff that's just a little bit extra. And it looks kind of cool, and it's, it's a watch. But for the money, again, you cannot beat this. I totally recommend it. Now again, I'm not responsible if yours doesn't work. I've heard people say, oh, my battery only lasts like a day. Mine happens to last 4 or 5 days. I'm sure the quality process of this watch is not the best. I'm sure, over time, I've only had it a few days. Maybe it won't work as good, or if I got this wet, I don't know if I'm going to trust that. But for the cost and for just bringing it out every once in a while when you go for a walk or something, or just a novelty, or whatever you want to call it, just wearing something like this is kind of cool for the money. You can't beat it. So that's my review. Again, it's not really a full review. It's just saying you got to only expect what you're buying. You're not, what is this, 1/10 or 1/20th of an Apple Watch? So you got to expect that. But I would say this is probably half as good. And for what I need, it's everything. I mean, this is everything it does. It does everything that I need. So I've been looking at these for a while. and I just always thought they were too cheap and stuff, so I just tried one. And this one, I looked at the reviews and stuff, and it just came out really good. So anyways, I hope it helps any people looking for a really inexpensive watch just to kind of get started with. Hopefully you guys can subscribe to my channel. I make a couple of videos a week. I will talk to you soon. Peace.